Hello, my dearest kids. I hope you all are keeping fine and have already started with your practical work. Now, today we'll be covering the last topic of our third chapter, and that is India as new center of power. All right, so let's get started. All right, now, as usual, let's talk about the strengths of India first. The 21st century India is being seen as an important emerging global power. Okay, so the world is experiencing the power and rise of India in a multidimensional way, and these are population, economy, military, culture, science and technology, politics and diplomacy, and finally, area. Of course, we'll be doing each point in detail. Now, first we have got population. As you can see in the chart, India's current position in population is at second position. All right, it has a population of 130 crore people and amounts to 17.9% of the world's population. Now, although China is leading now, as you can see in this pie chart, however, with the population growth much higher than China, India is expected to take over China's population by 2025. All right, and the best part is India has got 65% of workforce. Now, with 65% of its population below the age of 35, India has a huge workforce. Now, with that high birth rate, this workforce number is going to increase while the other nations see a decline in their workforce. So, India is capable of building huge projects that no other countries can pull off, and this is going to help the economy of India. Okay? Now, if you talk about India's economy, the economy of India is currently the world's fifth largest economy by nominal GDP, as you can see in this chart, and the third largest by purchasing power parity. Okay, that is PPP. And then India's GDP is currently estimated at around US dollar 2.8 trillion. Okay. Now, however, soon after Narendra Modi assumed his office for the second term in May 2019, he set a target of taking the economy to US dollar 5 trillion over the next 5 years, that is 2024. Now, with the largest GDP in the world combined with the highest growth in the GDP, India's economy is at a very strong position. Let's talk about military and armaments. In terms of the largest militaries in the world, India stands at second position. All right? And while in terms of world's most powerful militaries, India ranks at the fourth position, which is pretty good. Now, there are 9 nuclear weapon states in the world, and India is one of them. If you look in this chart, in terms of the countries holding the world's nuclear arsenal, India ranks at the 7th position. Now, being a nuclear weapon state has high advantage in the position of a country in any international conflict, because we all know that no country messes with a country that possesses nuclear warhead. All right? Now, talking about soft power or culture, India has an ancient inclusive culture, and it has spread its culture in different parts of the world through travelers and philosophers, and interestingly, never through war. All right. So therefore, first we have is the ancient inclusive culture. Then we have got 200 million Indians living across the globe. Now, this further spreads the culture of India, and in your CBSE, in its reference, it has said that, I quote over here, impart distinct and salience to India as a new center of power in the 21st century, unquote. Now, it basically means, it makes India more prominent or more known to the world. All right, and then we have India's Bollywood. Now, India's Bollywood is world's largest supplier of entertainment. India's film industry is now becoming increasingly popular in Western society. Bollywood festivals can be seen in many Western cities, and its movies, of course, are becoming famous in different parts of the world. We then have science and technology. Now, in terms of science and technology, India is improving and moving at a fast pace. For example, we have Make in India. Now, this Make in India scheme in technology and science is another milestone of Indian economy. Now, Make in India is a type of Swadeshi movement, okay? It covers 25 sectors of Indian economy, and this was launched by Narendra Modi in 2014. And this was to encourage companies to manufacture their products in India. Now, this Make in India, as a result, India has emerged as the top destination globally in 2015 for foreign direct investment, and it even surpassed the United States and China. And next, we have India as the leading producers of computer software. Now, India is world's largest supplier for ICT. Okay, Bangalore is the second largest outlet of ICT companies in the world, and it is said that it'll even become bigger than Silicon Valley. And then we have got National Space Agency. Now, India was the third nation to found a national space agency called ISRO. And this was done after USSR and the United States, and thus with a huge increase in research and development centers, it is also experiencing a steady revolution in science and technology. And then we have politics and diplomatics. Now, we know that there are 5 permanent members in the United Nations Security Council, right? Well, India has been pressing for a permanent membership in the United Nations Security Council. Now, with the exception to China, all the other 4 nations support India. India is also the world's largest democratic republic, and this has helped India in relations with other nations, including the developed countries. And now finally, we have the landmass or the area. You can see India over here. Now, India is the 7th largest country in the world with a total area of the size, which you can clearly see here. India is also rich in resources and is the second leading producer of coal and aluminium in the world. Now, all these changes are making India an important center of power in the present world. All right. So with this topic, not only have we finished with India as a new center of power, but we have also covered the whole chapter, that is the new centers of power. I hope you have understood the chapter.